Hi friends, welcome to our third day of preschool. We're so excited that you're here with us, and we hope that you're enjoying these videos and the packets that we're sending home and the things that we're starting to learn. Let's start today with our welcome song, okay? It goes like this, if you remember. Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, how are you? How are you this special day? I'm so glad you're here today. Hello, hello, how are you? I hope you guys are doing so good. Let's jump in and do our counting, okay? We're gonna do our counting today. Yesterday was the number 22, which is a big number. All these numbers come before 22. So I wonder what comes after 22. We have 21, 22. What's the next number? Let's count and see. If you think you know the number, let's count and see if we know, if it was right, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Good counting. And let's do it in Spanish too. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, friends. Do you remember our listening song from yesterday? It goes like this. Ready? Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen. This is how we listen at group time. At group time. Good. So when we are sitting at group time at school, if we're actually here, that's what our bodies should be doing. We should be sitting, listening to circle to the teacher. All right. I have a book that I want to read to you, and this is one of my favorite books. It is called Our Tree Named Steve. And this book is written by Alan Zwiebel, and it's illustrated by David Catrow. So Alan wrote the words to the book, and David drew all the pictures. He's called the illustrator or the artist, and Alan is called the author for the book. A Tree Named Steve. Look how big this tree is. It's a big tree, isn't it? All these kids can sit in front of the tree. All right, let's see what A Tree Named Steve is about. It says over here, there's a note. It says, "Dear kids, a long time ago when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the land." Do you know what that means, to clear the land? It means they had to take out all the trees to make room for the house. I remember there was one tree that, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. He thought the tree looked sad. And Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree, so she called it Steve. I Love you, Steve, Sari kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it too. And before too long, Mom and Dad got the hint and asked the builder to save Steve. They said, please don't cut down Steve. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. Look at that, they saved Steve. He's right here, and their house is right next to Steve. He quietly worked his way into our lives as a swing holder, a target, third base when they were playing baseball, a hiding place, and even a jump rope holder. Look at that, Steve is holding the other end of the rope while they're jump roping. And he's holding a tire over here for a swing. And whenever our dryer broke down, Steve held our underwear with pride. Look at that. Can you see that? He's holding the laundry. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all of our barbecues, campouts, and dance parties. Or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. Look at that. He's swinging with both of them, and they're having a little picnic underneath there maybe, or they're just sitting there talking under the tree. And it wasn't always easy, standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester's napping in the hammock couldn't possibly have been fun. Not to mention the time when the sewer overflowed. Do you know what a sewer is? A sewer is where all of the water is stored after you go potty in the toilet. Yeah, so it's all the toilet water. It overflowed and Steve sucked up all the water. And the smelly water, he sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned the kitty cat. Oh, drowned Kirby. Kirby's the dog over here. Kirby's sitting on top of his doghouse to stay out of the stinky water. Then, when Steve got sick himself, the tree doctor had to come and give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. All these leaves got cut off of Steve. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, a peace that comes from having things you can count on and a safe place to turn to after a hard, long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. Uh-oh. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time we couldn't save Steve. What happened to Steve? He fell over. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen onto our house or onto Sari's swing or onto Kirby's house or even Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like that are hard to find. So, when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be there to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry, but please know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts and in our thoughts. And in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. Do you see what's in this other tree over here? It's a tree house, they used the wood from Steve to make a tree house in another tree. Wasn't that nice? So they still have Steve to protect over them, don't they? So that is a very nice book. I love that book. All right, friends, we're going to say goodbye for today, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we will see you again tomorrow, okay? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. I almost messed it up again. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.